This is a true story of what happened to me and my sister and the rest of the team in South Africa. These things that we are seeing on TV, on social media, it is very real, and it happened to us when we were in Pretoria.
My South African friends, so this is over to you. Last week I shared by God's grace that I am coming to share the gospel of Jesus Christ with the people of South Africa as I've been instructed by the Spirit of God. And these are some of the comments that came in the comment section. This one says that, yo, don't come, wrong timing. Somebody says that, let's go to another country where that really needs.
A particular Ghanaian pastor is out and is sharing his experience, his horrible experiences in South Africa. According to him, he said those things that are happening online is actually happening in South Africa for real. He also made mention of him announcing on his social media platform that he would be coming to South Africa for a program, and South Africans mistook him for a Nigeria. They started insulting him and telling him to go back to his country. You see this xenophobic thing, I think it is individually. I wouldn't say all South Africans are xenophobic, because it is now glaring that most of the South Africans are no longer after illegal foreigners. They are now against foreigners that are valid, fully documented. Let's take a look at the video to hear what the Ghanaian pastor have to say and his experience in South Africa. According to him, he said he is never ever going to go to South Africa anymore.
This is a true story of what happened to me and my sister and the rest of the team in South Africa. These things that we are seeing on TV, on social media, it is very real, and it happened to us when we were in Pretoria. After the program, we decided to come to Johannesburg so that we can be closer to the airport for the next day, which is our takeoff back to Ghana. And this is what happened. On our way back, the driver, or our host, decided to drive us back. And when we drove to a point, we saw a group of traffic police. Please take note, it is traffic police. So the traffic police, a lady, she stopped us and we parked. Then she asked the driver for a driver's license. So the driver gave her the license, which she checked, and everything was okay. Then she gave the driver's license to the driver. Then she now looked at our faces, and for some reason she said, all of you in the car, give me your passport or identification. So I was sitting in the front. So I looked at her and I was like, why do you need our passport or ID? What if I left the house without my ID to buy something? Why do you need it? Because we're driving and we don't need passport or ID to drive. The person you're supposed to talk to now is the driver, if he has a valid driver's license to drive. Not me, who is there sitting down waiting for him to take me where I am. Moreover, you are not an immigration officer to be checking my immigration status. So whatever is the case, I was just confused because I've been to quite a number of countries and this has never happened to me before. So at that point, I was just boiling. Then she said, why am I challenging her? So am I the one who's going to show her what to do? And she became extremely angry that why am I offended that she's asking me for document? So she spoke, and I also wanted to understand. And I told her, look, we just came here for a program. So it's not like we live here. We are going to Johannesburg to actually just get closer to our flight. So it's not like we live here or anything. Then she was still insisting, hey, come out of this car. A young lady. So we came out, I came out of the car, and then she called the supervisor. She said she should come. She was trying to, by force, forcibly make some kind of big deal out of whatever that was happening. And it's just a matter of a passport. So from the car, I actually gave her the passport. Then she looked into the passport and found nothing. Then she still said I should come out of the car. Then I asked her, is there anything wrong with my passport? She said no. Then I said, so why do you want me to come out of the car? She said I must step out. Then she opened the door and nearly forced me out of the car. So I didn't give her that chance. I came out of the car and I stood. It was a very big, I think it was a dual carriage road or something. We were actually in Johannesburg when this happened. And so she called the supervisor. The supervisor came around, and other police also around there. They came around, and then she was telling them, I asked this guy for his passport and he's challenging me. He's angry. So I asked him, is it like, first of all, is it a crime that I'm angry? Or if I'm not, I don't understand something, is it not your job to explain it to me rather than being offended that I am offended? Then she was like, she's going to waste my day. She cannot come to my country and do that. And I told her, like, look, I don't think you have ever traveled out of this country, but I'm from Ghana. One, my currency is far better than your currency. Number two, I live a very comfortable life in Ghana, which is a very comfortable place, a very peaceful place. I would not think of it one day to come and live, to move from Ghana, come and live in South Africa, looking for what? I am very okay in Ghana. So I began to let her know that I'm proud of my country. I'm not running away from my country to come and live in their country. So when I began to speak like that, I realized that she started coming down a little bit, but she was still being aggressive a little bit. Then she continued speaking. Then I realized that no, I must apply something different. So I started praying in my head and asking God, tell me something, because if I don't take care, this lady will mess me up. Then the Spirit of God started giving me a word. My host was standing there with me, Pastor Frank, and my sister also came out standing there, but my sister at the point got angry and went to sit in, because whatever, even when she's trying to ask the lady, excuse me, what is going on, the lady gets angry. My other brother also came in trying to talk, and he didn't even want to hear anything. Well, like when you talk, he wants to convert whatever you have said into an offense. So I told all of them to get into the vehicle. Then I looked at her and I told her that, Madam, I want to help you. Then she said, how can I help her? That she's the one who can help me at that point. And I said, no, she doesn't know who she has met, and that she should calm down, because in life, sometimes you meet people and you think you are the one who is supposed to help them, but they are rather going to help you. So she should calm down. I understand she's doing her job, but at this point, whatever she wants to do with me, I'm okay. I just want to help her at that point. So when I told her this, she was kind of skeptic, but then she was now interested to know what kind of help I was trying to tell her. She said I should go on, and I told her she's very sick and that I am a preacher of the gospel and I was here to have a healing crusade. Then she said she doesn't believe in all these healing prayer stuff, and that and that her sister got sick, and then she took her to some pastors and they prayed for her, but then the sister still died. So she doesn't believe in all those things. Then I asked her, when you have a teeth problem, do you take it to a heart surgeon? Then she said no. Then I said, okay, the fact that you took people to a man of God doesn't mean that those men of God have that particular grace to pray for that sickness, and that every man of God and what God has given to them. So I don't blame her sister, that I don't blame the pastors that they couldn't minister to the sister, but that I blame her for not taking the sister to the right man of God. And so at that point the conversation continued. Then I told her that, look, this is what is wrong with you. I've done a full scan of your body and you have a knee problem, you have a problem with your left knee. No, I think it was the right knee. And I told her you also have a problem at your back. You're going to be having serious pains in your back, and then I also see something in your stomach. You're going to have stomach problems, and then you have this headache that that just bounces your head and all that. Then I told her also about her BP. She was shocked, and apparently these were the very same things that she was dealing with. Making the long story short, this lady quickly started asking for my number, that I should pray for her. She wants to know my social media handle, which I gave her my TikTok account. She wanted me to pray for her, blah blah blah. And then I gave her my number, but then she was insisting that it's my PA's number, that she wants to be sure that it's my personal number. And I said, no problem, you can chat me on WhatsApp. I now went to sit down. She followed me to the car, and she told all of us in the car that she's a very powerful police because she's able to arrest great men of God to heal her by force. I mean, so all of us laughed. When we got to our place, we left that place. When we got back to a hotel where we were staying, she texted me on WhatsApp and said, I'm sorry about what happened on the road and for the delay and everything. Well, I've still not replied her till now because I'm just waiting to calm down. Now she needs me, so I need to drag her a little bit. Right, so that is what happened. This xenophobia thing in South Africa is so bad. Africans, we are just one people. If you've traveled around Africa, you realize that we don't look different. We are the same. We eat the same foods. We have the same interests. The white people just came and drew imaginary lines and called us different people, but we actually one. And so if you're South African watching me, talk to your other South African friends and brothers and sisters that we are actually one. And what they are doing, if other Africans try to retaliate, South Africa cannot continue the journey. Anyway, let me tell you about...
It hurts me to be talking about South Africa today because your first ground is always the deepest. South Africa was the first country that I visited and lived. And trust me, living in South Africa is like your last destination. Every move feels like a trap. Like you don't leave South Africa, you survive with cautiousness. When we talk about HIV rates, when we talk about unemployment, poverty, crime rates, the local people are going through a lot. Apartheid is still playing a role. Black, white community, they don't kind of vibe and shit like that. Trust me, bro. We were there, we lived there. I work in supermarkets. I work as a teacher. I've been there, I work in a saloon. Bro, we survived in South Africa. There were days we were going out with friends and we got attacked. At knife point, bro. Go to Home Affairs just to renew your document and you are arrested just for being a foreigner. Those days, there were no social media like today. So some of us didn't want to say any shit. But trust me, seeing my local people down there, Ghanaians, going through stuff, it pity me when I see them all over on Nigerians and other Africans. Yo, South Africans want to feel like they are not Africans, but trust me, bro. Sometimes I just don't want to blame them. I blame our local leaders that today we are here. South Africa is nothing to write home about. It's just because of Nelson Mandela and few other people that have made South Africa South Africa. If that is the local people, forget it, bro. I'm not lying. People will be saying then why are South Africans not traveling? Let me tell you a secret today. South Africans don't really travel to live in other countries because of this social relief fund that is given to them, emergency money. And these people survive on this money as a source of income. So they don't go to school. And this money is given to only people who do not have jobs. So these local people do not go to school because they want this fund. From 18 years to 59 years, everybody enjoys this money. And that's what they survive on. HIV is so high because those people are considered as special people, so they give you like a little more of the money. Trust me, the only way you will not enjoy this money is when you travel outside the country. That is when you don't receive this money. So these people survive on this money and they decide not to go to any other country just for them not to miss that money. South Africa is going through a lot. Doomso, you think it's only Ghana and Nigeria? Go to South Africa. There's no country in Africa save that past South Africa when it comes to energy challenges. Bro, those people are going through a lot. They're just pretending. And funny enough, they are always after the African countries, because they feel like they are not Africans. And what kind of jobs that are in South Africa? Nothing, bro. Hairdressing, barber shops, saloons, these supermarkets. The only decent job you can get is teaching. And I thought they're in South Africa. So if they claim we are taking their jobs, we are not taking your certifications. Go find better certification and get a good paying job. Yo, shout out to all the Ghanaians, Nigerians, and Africans living there. That one day we'll just distance ourselves from South Africa. Killing and xenophobia is just too much. South Africa energy there made me feel like living in other countries were bad. But yo, this is the best to ever happen to me.
My South African friends, so this is over to you. Last week I shared by God's grace that I am coming to share the gospel of Jesus Christ, where the people of South Africa have been instructed by the Spirit of God. And these are some of the comments that came in the comment section. This one says that, yo, don't come, wrong timing. Somebody says that, let's go to another country where that really needs healing and restoration, man of God. South Africans, we are okay. Please assembly or something like that. And then another person says that, Nigeria again. Another person says that, don't come, we are busily solving family issues. Another person says, don't come, please. Another person says, South Africa is predominantly a Christian nation with 99% of its population identified as Christians. In contrast, Nigeria is primarily a Muslim country with 87.5% of its population being Muslim, while Christians make up only 2%. Consequently, I would like to suggest that you and your sister considering traveling from Nigeria to Nigeria, where there is minimal Christian presence, with the intention of converting individuals to Christianity. So this person assumes I'm a Nigerian too. Another person says, don't come, we have had enough of you. Okay, so we're still talking about Nigerians. While we are sick and tired of the so-called prophetic pastor that are busy destroying and scamming all of us, coming to South Africa and playing grounds of them. Okay, this person says that, no, go pray for your country. Your prayers are not making any miracles and changes, instead of bringing more problems. That's interesting. And then my administrator responded, Jesus loves you. And then the person responds, yes, I know Jesus loves me. Wow, so he's a Christian. The Bible tells me so. But please, you are saying that you are bringing your team over. You are saying you're bringing your team. You are overpopulated. Go to your neighboring countries. They need help. They need more help than us, SA. We are having churches here in SA. Only God can do miracles. God comes from heaven to do miracles here without men. Okay. Only God can heal. Stop the joke. Stop playing fools to people who are desperate. Have you seen any miracle that was worked by God directly without using a man? Okay, let me continue. He said, if you are a man of God, why not charity begins at home? Help your people in Nigeria. Okay, that's another person who just assumes I'm from Nigeria. Another one says that, please pray for your country. It needs more prayer than South Africa. Please sort out the problem first before you can think of coming here. Another person says that, another problem. Okay, another person says that we have our own South African churches. Please don't come. Wow. Another person says that, and please, not now, not tomorrow, not forever. Why fixing family? We are fixing family problems caused by your brothers. Go bless and pray for them to do right. Don't say I didn't warn you. Okay, another person says that, why coming to South Africa? Heal the people in Nigeria. You. Okay, that's another person just calling me up, see, because he thinks I'm Nigerian and she's a Christian. Okay, another person says that, what miracles? The destroying our country miracles are bringing drugs and dirty money. Only God can make miracles, not you. Okay, are you gonna go back? That was a very interesting question. Another person says, don't come, boss. We're good. Is everyone in your country healed? Wow, that's interesting. Another person says that, why South Africa? Well, I wish I've never been in South Africa, actually. I love my country and I'm from Ghana, you know, but I'm a servant of God, so I only go where I'm sent, you see. So South Africa is not only the first place I've been to quite a number of countries preaching the gospel there. Let me continue. No, somebody says that, no cult people, we don't want false pastor of Nigeria, Fuseji, you satanic. Wow. But has any of these people bothered to tap on the profile to go and at least look at this pastor, follow his preachings, see what he stands for, whether he's those ritualistic people, those people that sell things, those people that has any of them tried to find out really where he's coming from, instead of assuming he's from Nigeria?
At this point, I want to assume that South Africans have a personal vendetta against Nigerians. It is no longer about illegal foreigners. Now it is something that is of concern to them, because when you watch most of these videos, you see some South African men saying Nigerians are taking their women, Nigerians are taking their jobs, and most times they cannot handle the jobs. They'll tell foreigners, Ghanaians are taking our women, they are taking our jobs, we cannot work. Well guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to like the video, share and subscribe.